If you want to scale past millions, you need to die 3 times. Not physically, but parts of your identity that got you here, they have to go. Most founders resist this. They cling to what made them successful, and that's exactly why they fail. Let's talk about the 3 deaths every founder must die to become a CEO. The first death is the hardest because it's how you built everything. You were the first salesperson, the first coder, the first customer service rep. You know you can do it better than anyone else. And right now, you're probably right. But here's the trap. Every hour you spend doing the work is an hour you're not spending building the machine that does the work. When you're at $500,000, you doing sales might be the right move. At $2 million, you doing sales is expensive. At $10 million plus, you doing sales is negligence. Here's what dying to doing actually means. You hire someone to do the thing you love. They do it worse than you. You watch them struggle. Every instinct screams to jump in and fix it. You don't. You coach them. You give feedback. You watch them slowly get better. And one day, not immediately, but one day, they do it differently than you would. Maybe even better. That's when you know the first death is complete. Stop being in the product builds. Stop closing every deal personally. Stop answering customer support tickets because it keeps you close to customers. Your new job is building people who build things, not building things. The second death is subtle. You've stopped doing the work, but you're still making every decision. Your team comes to you for approval on, should we hire this person? Should we pursue this client? Should we change the pricing? Should we invest in this tool? You've become the bottleneck. But it feels good, doesn't it? Being needed. Being the oracle. Here's the problem. When you make every decision, 2 things happen. 1, your team never develops judgment. They stay perpetually junior, waiting for you to tell them what to do. 2, your company can only move as fast as your decision-making capacity, which means you cap your own growth. Dying to deciding means creating decision-making frameworks. It means saying, here are the principles, here's the budget, here's the outcome we need. You decide. And then, this is the hard part, living with their decision even when you would have chosen differently. Not when they're about to drive off a cliff, but when they're taking a route you wouldn't have taken but could still work. Your VP of sales owns the sales process. You don't approve every deal. Your head of product owns the roadmap. You give strategic input, not tactical orders. Your team hires their own people. You meet them, but you don't have veto power on everyone. You set the destination. They choose the path. That's the second death. The third death is the most painful because it attacks your identity at the deepest level. You built this company. You know every customer, every line of code, every deal in the pipeline. Knowledge was your power, your control, your security. But as you scale, the math breaks. At 10 people, you can know everything. Weekly updates keep you in the loop. At 50 people, you can know most things with effort. At 200 people, it's impossible. And trying to know everything makes you the problem. Your head of engineering makes a technical decision you don't understand. Your CFO restructures the budget in ways that seem wrong to you. Your marketing team runs campaigns you wouldn't have approved. And you have to trust them. Not blindly, but trust them. The shift from I need to know everything to I need to know the right things. You stop reading every email thread. You stop attending every meeting. You stop asking for explanations on decisions 3 levels below you. Instead, you build dashboards. You define metrics. You ask better questions. What's the trend? What keeps you up at night? Where do you need help? You don't know everyone's name anymore. You don't know every project in flight. You hear about problems after your team has already solved them, and that's good. You become comfortable with strategic ignorance. You let your team own their domains while you guard the vision. That's the third death. Here's what happens after these 3 deaths. You stop being the bottleneck. Your calendar opens up. Your team stops asking permission and starts owning outcomes. Your company scales without you working 80-hour weeks. And you finally do the job only the CEO can do, setting the vision, building the culture, making the 5 to 10 decisions per year that actually matter, attracting capital and top talent, representing the company externally. These deaths aren't betrayals of who you are. They're evolutions. The founder isn't dying. The founder is becoming something more. But you have to be willing to let go. Here's your assignment. Write down 3 things. 1 task you're still doing that someone else should own. 1 decision you're making that your team should make. 1 area where you're trying to know everything but don't need to. Pick one. and let it go right away. Subscribe to this series and get notified when the next video is released.